Hi, this is Jason Chapman with Production Voices. Today we're showing you Production Grand and the settings for key up. I've turned key up on, but typically it's turned off, and for good reason. Is that this uses a lot of CPU resources, and unless you're doing solo piano work, it should be turned off for that reason. I'm going to turn it back on. When I do, it's going to load up just a small amount of samples. You can see that it's loading up the key up samples. This is the same on both the modern and vintage edition. So I'm going to go down to the vintage so that you can see. And you would have to turn this on in order to hear this as well. But since I have the modern already loaded up, we'll use it. I've cranked up the volume on it so that we can hear it. And the key up is the sound of the keyboard mechanism when you let the key up, literally. So when you let go of the key. The issue is that our samples, if you play staccato, the key up sound is actually a part of the staccato sound or no non-sustain piano already. This key up only triggers on the pedal down sample. So imagine you press the pedal down, you play a chord staccato, the sound of the strings will sustain, but you'll also hear the mechanism come back up. So this only gets triggered on the pedal down sounds. It sounds a little bit weird, but it is exactly what's going on with the piano. That if you actually press a staccato and you let up on the keys, the key release sound and the mechanism is all included with the key release itself. So I'm going to go in and just grab the group. I already have the group on. I'm going to solo it. I'm going to press the pedal down so that I depress it all the way. And now when I let up on this, you'll get the key bed sound. And I'm going to crank up the volume. It's going to get a little noisy, but this noise, you'd never hear this much noise in the sample. So there you go. Occasionally you get a little string noise or something. I'm smacking a whole bunch at the same time, and it creates a lot of noise. Now that's way too much gain, right? You'd never have that much volume in the actual recording if you were to do such. So that is what key up is. It gives you that authentic key up sound, and I believe it's also velocity sensitive, so then the volume of it will be adjusted based on the volume that you actually play. There's two types of volumes on this. If your keyboard responds to release velocity, then it will respond to release velocity. Otherwise, it will determine the volume just based on the velocity of the key trigger down. So that's key up.